Okay, let's gonna duplicate our 3D printed model to the gypsum cast model. This is arginate impression material, and this is a gypsum stone powder. And there is a three kind of impression trays. This is a metal tray for large size, and this is upper arch, and this kind is for lower arch. And upper arch, the teeth size is larger, and the lower arch size and teeth size also smaller than the upper arch. And for common adult woman use medium tray, and this is a woman patient, but maybe we will use large tray to cover the last teeth or distal margins to be covered like this. So first check the tray size. There is a small, medium, and large. I want to use a large tray for duplicate this chart number patient. And check the tray size first, and then we're gonna mix this arginate impression material. This is rubber ball, and this is a spatula. And first, when we do the fixed retainer impression, we will use only one spoon, but we will use for full arch impression 1 spoon and a half spoon. It depends on the spoon size, so we are using the supplier's spoon size, so 1.5. But for freshmen, for newcomer, or for juniors, we will use a little more because they cannot handle the material well. And then after the powder, and then we can add the water, but never adding water first. Like this. We need a fast mix. If we mix too slowly, then we cannot use this material because it's getting harder. When it is soft, we should do the material. And then we can apply to the tray evenly. 좀 적다 라지여가지고. We should cover the teeth, not the palatal gingivas. Like this. And then we just wait for about 5 minutes, and then after 5 minutes we can check this is become harder. And don't use this again to another mix, and wait for the remnant material to be getting harder. And then we will do the second and the third one. If the worker is fully experienced, then we will use a larger one and then do the 3 or 4 or 5 duplications in one time. But maybe you are the freshman, so I will do the one by one. Let's do the 2 arch together. It's named 기용석, and this is upper arch, and this is lower arch. And we will prepare for the two trays, because this is man patient, so we will use this large tray, And this is also U1. 1 means the largest, so we will use like this one. So after checking this tray size, and then we, it's lower too, it's a little smaller. Maybe we don't have any larger one, so we will use this, but we should check the distal margins. And this is for removable retainer cast, so we should do these lingual margins. That means the gingiva and the teeth between there is a line, so that's the margin. So we need to check if all the lingual margin is okay and the distal margin is okay. And the buccal margin, this gingiva don't need it. We only need this buccal side. Buccal side means the teeth. But here, lingual side, we need to do the impression perfectly on the lingual margins. That means we need the gingiva side. Okay, let's mix the 3 spoons because it's 2 arch together. 1, 2, and 3, and a little more. For the water, there is a water dispenser too, but because we know how much water is okay, so I will use like this way. But don't put water too much, because if it's too soft, then we cannot get the proper impressions. So like this is okay. No need a palatal side. So that means here don't need, and the teeth side only needed. Like this. Actually, if we do on the patient real mouth, then we will reduce the amount, because if the material is too much, then the gagging reflex, like here, patient can have a gagging reflex. Okay, and let's check this. This has become harder, so I will do. If it's too much long time, then we cannot remove this. Actually, there is another remnant, because the 3D model is not the DLP model, but this is a FDM model, so there is a remnant. Okay, and check just the lingual side. Lingual margin is okay. This is full arch, and full arch margin is all okay. So I will gonna add the gypsum liquid. Okay, this is a vibrator to make the gypsum model. For gypsum powder, we will use this metal spatula and this large rubber one. Then after we doing 3 models, and we just do this, because it has a short hardening time, and this has a longer hardening time, so we can do larger amount in one time. Anyway, we will do only 1 cast pouring, so we will maybe use about 3 to 4 spoons. Remember that don't add water in one time, or don't add water before this gypsum powder. Add small water one time by one time to the gypsum powder. It's same as arginate. If too much water is inside, then you should add the powder again. This is too liquid, so we should add the powder a little more. And then when we mix, there should be no air pores. So we will use these vibrators, but we should cover some vinyl plastic bag on the upper side, because the gypsum can destroy these machines. So these vibrating actions will remove all the air pores inside the liquid. You can see the air pores to be upward and removable. Pores is removing now. Inside there is many air pores, so we can remove air inside the liquid. You can check this air pores, right? And then before, and then we should add here like this. 손잡이로 뭐라고 하지? We should let the handles from the backwards. Backwards means 7 teeth, it's molars. And then slowly add the gypsum liquid to flow back, because we don't want to add the air pores inside, so we should removing air pores. So we should be slower. So small amount. Small amount. You can see that we are removing the air pores. If there's air pores on the gypsum model, then we should do the manual modifications individually. After we cover all 1 mm gypsum into the occlusal surface, and then we should add like bulk model like this. But we need to like this. Vibrating is removing the air pores. And then after do all the models, and then we should add the gypsums. Because other than the surface or the margins, actually this side we don't use, so we just need to flat. We need to flat and don't need to check the air pores or others. We just should be faster, and then we will move on to the next models. So actually arginate can be distorted, so we should do like this, like this. Never put to this floor, then the arginate is distorted. So let's check another models. It's okay. Okay, let's check the lingual margins. Actually, this this lingual margin, there is many air pores, right? Because before we scan the 3D data from the gypsum model, we didn't remove this air pores. Anyway, this model, this impression and this model, let's check if it's okay. It's same, all the margins. Actually, it's buccal margin here also has air pores, like here, 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 here. There also we can see the 3 pores here and the 1 pores here and 1 pores here. Anyway, this model and this arginate impression is the same, so we will work on. And the distal margin also. There is also a pores, and maybe we can check the pores. Maybe here. There is a bump air pores, so we have the air pores here. Anyway, we will use another gypsum. Here we will not use this.